Why? What about Peru is not your cup of tea? Beautiful country, like you said, but
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like there's a lot that there's a lot that I like of things that I would have to get used to if I was actually ever to consider living there. Like the bathroom situation's a little weird. You can't flush the toilet paper down, which is
oh,
odd to me. Yeah. Their plumbing or sewage system isn't like strong enough for that, so you can't do that. The language actually not as bad as I thought. Like I actually fared pretty well, so that was nice. But everything else is just like I don't know. I just feel like I missed Canada too much.
is Canada your cup of tea? Is Canada your home forever?
I don't know. I've been thinking about like Australia.
Okay,
Yeah, stuff like that. Maybe moving out there. You never
that's
know.
that's good. It's a good little curveball. Um,
Yeah.
any other countries? I've always thought Japan. I don't know why. I feel like I would love to live in Japan, even for a short period of
Yeah,
time.
Japan. Japan. Uh, I've been seeing so many things on TikTok. Italy. Italy is a big
If
one.
you have any Italian blood in you, you can get an Italian passport and you can live there legally. So I think they're trying to
Yeah, I
bring
don't
the
think.
age down because doesn't Italy have like the oldest like age in the world, like average age?
Yeah, yeah, I think so. I think they're trying to attract some younger people because yeah, there's a lot of like places that are like you can come here and we'll pay you 15 grand. Blah 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 blah.
I think Finland's another one where they're doing the whole like come see what the Finnish experience is like, and we'll pay for your entire accommodation and everything while you live here. So
Yeah, there's a lot of places that I like in Europe, especially that I would like to go. But for now, I stay in Canada.
and I stay in America. Might be traveling to Canada here shortly. Well, I will be in July, but that's a whole nother thing. What's the check down with Chandler? That's me, David, that guy. It's been a minute. My man was in a whole
In a
different
minute.
country for a month, and I know he had a great experience. Episode 43. You got anyone?
I think was Darren Sproles number
Yes, he
43.
was. Yep, he was. So that
That
was a
was
good one.
I think I think Derwin James was too at some point. I
He was
don't know.
33.
Yeah, okay, 33. You're right.
Um, there's another one. We're talking about AFC North this month. Like the most notable safety of all time in the history of the NFL. Head and
Oh, Troy
shoulders.
Polamalu.
Yeah. Okay. Good. All right.
Oh, yeah. How
Um,
did I miss? That's
I,
like the easy one.
I think it's because honestly the Pittsburgh Steelers numbers they all wear black and gold. It seems like it doesn't matter on what numbers are with the Pittsburgh Steelers. They're all just Pittsburgh Steelers compared to other teams where like numbers I feel like matter a lot. If that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Less individualistic is what I think you're trying to say.
Yeah, same with like the Cowboys. Like, yeah, you have like Staubach 12, but like really when you think of the Cowboys, you think of like silver and blue.
88.
88's the one, Michael Irvin, but like even Troy Aikman, like 7, right?
8.
8. Yeah, okay. Most
And
unnotable.
then I think 9. Tony Romo. That's the only other one. 9.
Yeah. Yeah. Emmett
But
Smith,
I've also watched a lot of
32.
Cowboys games. So
Yeah, Cowboys fans out there are like, you guys know nothing about us. Well, you're not a real fan because you probably live in fucking Omaha, Nebraska. Um,
ah,
anyways, other ones: Cliff Harris, Larry Brown, Mike Pruitt, Steve Foley. When Darren Sproles is ninth on this list of most notable 43s, you know it's not a crazy list. I'm not saying he was a
I'm
bad
like,
player, but he was a utility player.
yeah.
So yeah, we're going to start schedules and top 20 list. So top
hmm
20 list starting with quarterbacks. We're going to do 20 through 16 today. And then we're going to go through every game of the schedule for each team in their divisions and kind of go speed round. I think that we're going to make this fun though for the division, like for the games. We're going to go back and forth for the games. So we're going to do Baltimore Ravens first because we're doing AFC North. You're going to say their first game. I'm going to say the second game. And we're going to go back and forth. And that way we can kind of argue on the games they're going to win and lose.
Okay, so we pick. So you pick one game, I pick another game.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Back and forth.
All right. Okay, I can do that.
Where do you want to start? Do you want to start with divisions? Do you want to start with top 20s? Where we want to go with this?
Let's just get the top 20s out of the way. I think we'll probably have the same. Are we doing first five, and then we go from there?
We're gonna go 20 through 16. We're gonna go from bottom to top of the list.
Okay. Yeah, I think we'll have.
I don't know.
We'll see in a second.
I don't know. So I can go. Either. I can go first. And I base my list off of how they're going to perform. I feel like this year, and how they ended. Like this is like current. This isn't like over their career like Tom Brady would not be number one, even though like obviously he's retired, but like this is like who they are now. And to be honest with you, these bottom four were probably the hardest fucking choices in my life.
Yeah. These ones were a little tough, but I think I got a pretty good bottom 4, 5?
4. Well, bottom five. I feel like there's a big drop off this year with quarterback levels.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
Like, legitimately.
We'll see in a second, yeah.
All right, I'll go. Do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
I'll let you go first.
My number 20, and I'm doing this because this man deserves it. He might not even be number 20. Shit, he might not be top 32. Brock Purdy.
Okay.
Is my number 20.
Interesting. And this is based off of
just end of last season, going into the season, projection a bit. Brock, to me, he had that fire in him, that the Tom Brady effect, you will. Like, people rally around him. That Eli Manning at the end of the season might not be the best quarterback, but he has a way to bring the team around him and push them further than people expect him to. So Brock Purdy is my number 20. Again, this is a jumbled mess for me. I'm not going to lie.
Okay.
All right, David, you're number 20. No, you're number 20. Okay. We'll go back and forth.
So, in the same vein, I'm going to go kind of like a projection / where they left off last season. My number 20 is actually Jimmy Garoppolo, and I think he's going to have a pretty good year this year. Yet to be determined if he's even the starter, I think, but we'll see. I do think he's going to have a good season this year, and just like the Brock Purdy connection, I like that. Like the success
getting kicked out of Jimmy. Do you think McDaniel? Like, do you think for the Raiders? I shouldn't say McDaniel. Do you think for the Raiders, like, that helps him being in Vegas? Jimmy G.
Jimmy being in Vegas?
Yeah.
No, absolutely not. Jimmy's single. He's in Vegas. I don't know. That seems like a trap.
God, could you imagine if Johnny Manziel just didn't fuck off his career for a little bit? He could have been playing in Las Vegas for a national football team.
Vegas, yeah. He could have been killing it in Vegas.
All right, my number 19 again. He dropped a bit. He had a great rookie season, fantastic rookie season. Everyone's like, he should have been number 1. Patriots got a steal. Mac Jones is 19 on my list. So I think what I did on this list is who I would trust the most being my starting quarterback for my team. But that's what I went with here. And Mac Jones, I have the 19th most faith in the entire NFL to be my starting quarterback.
Oh, sorry. Mac Jones is not on my list. Not even remotely close to being on my list. I didn't even think about him.
Really?
That's the crazy. Yeah,
he just dropped off that much.
Yeah, he dropped off in an insane amount. I'm gonna go with my number 19, and it's your number 20, Brock Purdy. And I know that you don't have my number 20 on your list, so that's very interesting for me. I feel like same reason as you. Brock Purdy came in and kind of killed it. He did look really, really bad in the last game that he played. He did have a torn UCL, which is, I guess, not conducive to playing.
When your team is in the NFC Championship and they have to use a 4th string quarterback,
yeah, that was tough. That was a tough look. Lost me a lot of money. I'm being completely honest.
Damn.
I did not like that, but that's okay. He's still number 19. I think he wins the job, honestly. Like if we look at it, I don't Trey Lance didn't show anything even remotely close to what Brock did, and Brock Purdy
Sam
showed up.
Darnold.
Like I don't know, I feel like he Brock Purdy kind of showed up and was just more ready to play, and Trey Lance wasn't. And I don't know. I feel like Brock Purdy will end up winning the job. I mean, I could be wrong, but if he does win the job, I feel very confident that number 19 is a pretty good spot for him.
Yeah, absolutely. He can be a starting quarterback. He kind of proved that. He kind of like a Taylor Heineke kind of Gardner Minshew career to me so far. Can lead the team, maybe not to the promised land, but if you give him a system, he can do well. And luckily, he pays for that team that they have the system. So
I do think he got babied a lot. I mean, as you would a rookie who is just showing up. So that could play a role, but even players who have been babied have had terrible years. So for me, I feel like that's a good sign if he can kind of take what little that he's being exposed to and make good on it.
yeah,
But it's all about how he progresses this next year. And if he is the starter and he progresses the way I feel like he will, then yeah, I feel like he might move up this list even.
yeah. As long as they don't do the Mac Jones effect, if they don't push him too far too quick, because that's what happened with Mac Jones this year. Granted, I don't think I don't think the offense of the Patriots anywhere near the level of the San Francisco
No.
49ers. My 18, I got to give my man some credit, not too much credit though. I'm still a hater no matter what anyone says. Still my least favorite quarterback in the entire league, and it's not his fault. I want that to be said. It is not his fault. It is his weird ass fan base. Tua Tagovailoa is my number 18 quarterback in the NFL.
Number 18.
Listen, he is almost middle of the pack, and realistically, that's all the Miami Dolphins need is the middle of the pack quarterback. In order, like with that offense, they can do great things. So if Tua can be the 18th best quarterback in the NFL this year, the Miami Dolphins might actually make the playoffs. I was right about them last year. I might be right about them again this year.
Interesting. I have Tua a lot higher than you do.
Probably. You know me, I'm a
neither
hater.
That's here nor there. My number 18 is my guy, my quarterback, Daniel Jones. I have Daniel
Wow.
Jones as number 18, and I know this is a little bit of projecting how I feel or projecting my emotions on the pick, but I feel like he has had a lot of improvement in that offense. I feel like the same thing could have been said about Josh Allen, not to the same extent. I'm not going to compare those two guys,
No.
but I feel like Dabo does a really good job with quarterbacks. He did a good job with Josh Allen, got him to where he is now, and like I feel like Daniel Jones could have a similar trajectory. I don't know if I know it would never be to that extent, but number 18 I feel like is a pretty good spot for him. So, yeah, that's what I have there.
Believe it or not, you actually have him lower than I have him.
Wow,
Yeah. So,
that's crazy.
yeah. I mean, if we're looking at athletics, Daniel Jones is up there. But we'll get to that when I come to him. I think that's a good I don't hate that place for him. I'm not saying he's incredibly much higher than where you have him, but he is higher. My next quarterback on the list, number 17. Again, I just think there's a big drop off this year, and unfortunately, this player has dropped off a lot from what his expectations were. Everyone was high on him, and sometimes, playing video games doesn't help your career. Sometimes it can really hurt it. And this is his last year. Simple as that. Kyler Murray, if he doesn't prove it this year, he gets the boot. Number 17, Kyler Murray. It's crazy to think he's in the bottom half. He's not in the bottom half of skill. Absolutely not. But performance-wise, and if I would him on my team, not right now. Absolutely wouldn't. So I have him as number 17 on my list.
even with the switch up on the coaches, do you think?
Listen, this is based on quarterbacks. I'm not necessarily saying teams or anything like that. This is very much what based on if I want them to start for my team, and realistically, what Kyler's shown as a leader, what he's shown with his skill, which gives him a bonus. My man can't see over offensive line sometimes. That's a big problem in the NFL. I'm just saying.
Okay, all right. We're at 17. My number 17 is someone that really went under the radar, I think. All of last year. He's getting talked about a little bit more, but not enough, I think, is Jared Goff.
I
Jared Goff is absolutely surpassed what I believed he could do. He is there. Okay, so there's that meme, I guess, that goes around that's just like there's like all quarterbacks are basically the same. There's like the Mahomes, and then there's the Kirk Cousins, and Jared Goff is just Kirk Cousins, but in a different offense. And I feel like Kirk Cousins is a pretty comparable, really pretty good quarterback. So I would say that Jared Goff should get his flowers too, and I'm gonna put him at number 17. Have him, you know, I think he's gonna have a pretty good year this year. I think that offense is gonna get better. I think the defense is gonna get better, and no more Aaron Rodgers to contend with. It's gonna be
Lions
Kirk
looking
Cousins.
crazy.
It's gonna be Kirk Cousins versus Kirk Cousins, number 2. So we'll see what happens.
Funny enough, I actually have him higher than you.
That's crazy.
And I'm stopping there with all the sneak peeks because I don't want to say anymore. But yeah, so I get what you say. My number 16, middle of the pack, the number 16 quarterback in the NFL. This man is average. This man is, if I'm making a team and I have to have just a quarterback in place and he just has to be that guy, it's this guy right here. And that guy right here, he's always talking about riding. Let's ride. Russell Wilson
Russ.
is number 16. Only because I think that leadership can actually change. That this is the one where I was like, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt of his career. This is the one where like, like maybe it was just one off year. Maybe it was that offense. Truly, like Nathaniel Hackett couldn't hack it, so maybe it was that. Maybe he'll get a talking to by Peyton Manning and say, "Fix your shit or you're gonna get out." So, Russell Wilson is getting the benefit of the doubt for 1 year. 1 year, I'm giving it to him. After this year, if he's trash, he's not top 32 at all. So that's this is my one of give the old man one more chance.
You know what? I agree. I honestly agree. I do think it was Nathaniel Hackett. I am not a Russ lover or a
I'm
Russ
not either.
hater. And so I'm gonna chalk it up to, yeah, it was Nathaniel Hackett. I think he was the main issue. I think to be fair, he did manage clock very poorly. There were a couple of games that they could have won that they lost because of terrible time management. And yeah, we'll just see. We'll
We
see what
don't see
happens
coaches
there.
getting fired that quick. We see coaches getting fired quick now, but not that quick.
Yeah,
Like in the
that was
NFL,
Urban Meyer level. That
yeah,
was Urban Meyer level
and
firing.
yeah,
That
yeah.
was one and done.
And Urban Meyer's firing was like Urban Meyer didn't have a team that was projected to make playoffs.
Nope.
So
All right. So my number 16 is a guy that you probably have higher too, but I feel like this is a good spot for him. I think he hasn't done much, but he is very much an upward trajectory. I think if he can figure out the mental side of the game, he is going to be absolutely disgusting to watch, and that's Justin
I
Fields.
knew you were gonna go
I
with
feel
Justin
like he
Fields.
is, huh?
I knew you were gonna go with Justin Fields.
I feel like he is like very dynamic, one of the most dynamic players in the league. I feel like he's up there with Lamar Jackson, with the Patrick Mahomes type dynamism.
Yep.
I don't think he is there in terms of
Passing ability.
their passing abilities. So yeah, I just feel like he is there in terms of his athleticism, and I think he's gotten more. Got DJ Moore on his squad now, so I don't know. I feel like that's a pretty big upgrade. Give a young guy who is just trying to figure it out a good receiver, you tend to see them get better, and I think that's exactly what's going to happen.
Another year under Eberflus as well, I think will be very impactful for him. That's going to
Yeah.
be huge. So I see this being a buy stock year in Justin Fields. Not get rid of him. Some of these guys I would sell their stock, like Russell. I'd sell their stock. Kyler, I'd sell their stock. Maybe even Tua. Maybe even Mac. But buy stock in Justin Fields. So yeah,
I would sell to it for sure. I would definitely not be selling. Uh, I wouldn't be selling Russ just yet. I would wait for him to actually have a good season before I do that. But
yeah.
yeah, I'm also
So
on that team. Team
so
buy more stock in Justin Fields for sure.
absolutely. So top 20 quarterback list, my 20 through 16. I have Brock Purdy, 20th quarterback in the NFL, Mac Jones, 19th quarterback. I have Tua Tagovailoa as the 18th best quarterback, Kyler Murray as the 17th best quarterback, and Russell Wilson as my 16th best quarterback in the league on who I want to lead my franchise and who I would want to start my team.
Okay. So, for me in the 2024 season, who I would want to lead my team, my top 20 from 20 to 16, I've got Jimmy Garoppolo as number 20, Brock Purdy is number 19, I've got Daniel Jones as number 18, I've got Jared Goff as number 17, and I've got Justin Fields as number 16.
You are a non-homer. Daniel Jones so low on that list. That's crazy to me.
Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to keep the expectations low.
Got it.
Aim low, avoid disappointment.
All right.
That's the motto.
That's fair. I get that. That was me last year, and it paid off, so I'll take it.
Yeah.
AFC Division North schedules. We're gonna go through every game. We'll just try to do it quick, but if we intervene or like say, "What are you talking about?" We'll go through it. So we're gonna start with the Baltimore Ravens. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
I let you go first.
You want me to go first? Thank God.
Yeah.
Week 1, Houston Texans at home, dub, easy. W for the Ravens. Starting off hot, 1-0. All right, week 2, this is on you. You're an idiot. At the Cincinnati Bengals, week 2.
L.
Okay, good. I was going L as well. All right, week 3, Indianapolis Colts at home, easy dub. W. All right, next one, at the Cleveland Browns.
W.
We really think Ravens start 3-1 to start the season? Quarter of the season, 3-1.
Yeah.
That's a good place for them, right? All right, week 5 at Pittsburgh Steelers. It's on me. I'm gonna say a loss.
Really?
I'm gonna say a loss. I thought this is one of those games.
What did the Steelers do for you to feel like they are a better team? My question is, what did the Steelers do in the offseason to make you believe that they are a better team?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
You're just going off a hunch?
I'm going off the Pittsburgh
A
Steelers
feeling?
winning weird games at home in Heinz Field. Well, actually not Heinz Field anymore. I don't even remember what the stadium is called. I have to call it the proper thing. Kenny Pickett, another year. Mike Tomlin, we do not doubt until he proves us wrong. This is at home. If it was in Baltimore, which it might be, and I might get that later, I'm going with the Baltimore Ravens. But at home, this is one of those weird 15 to 12 games that the Steelers win for some reason.
Okay, well, I'm going W for them, but that's not my pick, so I can't say nothing about that.
Yeah, exactly. So shut up. Week 6, at Tennessee Titans.
W.
Yeah. Yep. I agree. This is one of those weird
Tennessee has
games.
not figured out their quarterback situation. I don't think they're gonna have a good year.
No. Week 7, Detroit Lions coming in. That's a tough one.
I'm saying a W.
I say a win as well. I don't think the Lions defense stops Lamar Jackson like that.
Ooh, here's the thing. Who's a more complete team? That's what I always go back to. Who's the more complete team? I feel like the Ravens defense is still not has not been
The Lions can play in a
great.
shootout too. That's the thing. Lions will go in there
Yeah,
and score 40. Oh god, I'm going with Lions. I'm sorry. I, I
yeah.
gotta I gotta go with the Lions on that one. All right, this one's an easy one at the Arizona Cardinals.
Oh, I'll take the card. I'm just kidding. I'll take the Ravens.
Um,
Oh, that's pretty funny.
Seattle Seahawks coming in town. I'm gonna give them the dub on that. You had Week 10 Cleveland Browns.
I said I think I'm gonna go with a W for
Yep,
them.
you did.
Yeah.
Week 11 Cincinnati Bengals at home Thursday Night Football. Really weird game. They usually win these. I don't think so. Joe Burrow is gonna be unstoppable this year. I have them losing this game. Week
Yeah.
12. This is actually Sunday Night Football. LA Chargers in LA. Who you got?
I have them winning that one.
You actually have Chargers winning.
Oh shit! Yeah, I have the Chargers winning. Yeah,
So
Justin
Chargers,
Herbert. Yeah,
yeah, Justin Herbert. They had their bye week coming off that. They have the Rams. They beat the Rams at home. I don't care. Week 15,
yeah,
Jacksonville Jaguars. They don't play well in Florida.
yeah. They don't play well in Florida. I'm gonna go with a L for them on
You
that one. I
Jaguar.
have Jacksonville winning.
That's crazy. Week 15 at San Francisco 49ers. Monday Night Football after a Sunday Night Football. They're going to ride these double L's together, 49ers. They're losing to. Week 17 at home. The Miami Dolphins, Florida team.
I have them winning this one.
I agree with you. And then week 18, coming to the last game of the season, Pittsburgh Steelers. I feel like they're winning that game. They have to.
Yeah.
And that finishes them
Agreed.
at 10-7. I feel like that's right where we have them. That's perfectly where we have them. All right, Cincinnati Bengals next. Let's go through this. Week 1
Yeah.
at Cleveland Browns.
W.
Week 2 Baltimore Ravens. W, already said it. Week 3 LA Rams at home Monday Night Football. Week 4 at the Tennessee Titans. I'd say they're going to win that one. Week 5 at Arizona Cardinals.
W.
Week 6 Seattle Seahawks. I think they're going to win that game. I think they're going to go into their bye week. They're going to go to their 6-0. Week 8 coming out of bye week. Sunday at San Francisco 49ers. That's the first L.
Yeah.
Feeling themselves too much?
Absolutely. I think that's a trap. Trap for sure.
Buffalo Bills at home, Sunday Night Football, emotional game, gonna be a crazy game. I'm glad they put it back in Cincinnati. Right, it was in Cincinnati. Yeah, it was in Cincinnati last year when they got taken away. I see them taking this game. I think they match up well against the Bills.
I agree.
Yeah, Week 10, Houston Texans.
This one's tough. I hope you already wrote it down because they're definitely winning this one.
Yeah, I think so too. I definitely think that. Week 11 at Baltimore Ravens. I think they're winning that game.
You already said, they're winning.
Yeah, I know. I just think they're going to win that game. Thursday Night Football.
Yep.
Week 12, Pittsburgh Steelers at home. Who you got?
I got the Steelers.
Why?
I think the Steelers because it's the Steelers, and I don't have a reason. There's literally no other reason other than it's the Steelers.
I agree with you. This is where it is weird. Monday Night Football, ESPN. This actually might be the game of the year for possibly the AFC. I'm not going to lie. This could be a great game, or it's going to be the Bengals stomping it. It's going to be one or the other. At the Jacksonville Jaguars, at home, Monday Night Football with ESPN. That's, yeah.
In Jacksonville. I'm gonna throw a curveball here, and I'm gonna say that the Jaguars win this one, and I'm gonna say that the Jaguars win it convincingly.
You have them coming off a loss, so I have to put that in my perspective here. Coming off the loss against the Pittsburgh Steelers, I think they're going to win the game.
Let me tell you why I think they're going to lose that game. Because every time you play, especially in the AFC North, when you play a divisional rival, the next week you are beat to hell. You are beat up. So unless the Cincinnati Bengals end up absolutely stomping the Pittsburgh Steelers the week before that, I don't think they come into the Jacksonville Jaguars game with any kind of health. Like, I think they are going to be at their lowest health of the season. So for me, I think they lose that game.
Don't
And
convince
I
me.
didn't have that. I didn't have that perspective at before I picked them, but I really just convinced myself that is an even better pick.
You were convincing. Fuck me. Do I have hope in the Jaguars this year?
I don't know, man. They almost did it. They
You're gonna make me
almost
cry.
got
All
there.
right, I will let you convince this one. Jaguars are gonna take the W, steal the W on a game-winning field goal to the guy we just got from the Broncos, McMahon. Right? Is that yeah? Anyways,
McManus, yeah, Brandon
yeah,
McManus.
yeah. We just picked him up and got rid of Riley Patterson, which is bittersweet. Week 14, Indianapolis Colts at home. I already have it written down because that's just how it's going. You don't get to pick this one.
Yep.
Fun one, to be determined, which is a very early one to do this. Minnesota Vikings at home. This is interesting because these are two people that came from the same tree. This is Sean McVay sitting on the sideline being like, "Oh, yes, you are my creation." W.
Yeah, I wasn't really, I had my pick already.
You
so
got this
I'm glad
one.
you went somewhere.
All right, week 16 at Pittsburgh Steelers.
The Steelers find a way to fumble this bag, so I'm gonna go with the Steelers losing that one.
Okay, so Bengals winning. Now this one is not fucking fair. And the fact that this is a 4:00 game is even more dumb. Tony Romo and Jim Nantz at 4:00 on this game. Can you guess what that is? 4:00 at a
Chiefs.
yes, sir. Good job. That's dope. At Kansas City Chiefs. I think Chiefs win this. Playing in Kansas City, yeah. Playing in Kansas City, I'm sorry. That's the Chiefs.
Easily.
And that might decide the number 1 seed, by the way. So
I think the Chiefs take it.
all
The
right.
Chiefs are the bully of the AFC, and I think they will take it again.
Week 18, Cleveland Browns to be determined at home.
Oh, they take that.
So I'm gonna count the L's this time because that might be easier for me.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4 L's. So we think we're gonna go 13-4 for the Bengals. I don't hate that.
I think that's exactly what's going to happen. We might miss a few games, but I think those L's are going to be exactly what ends up happening.
Yeah. All right, Cleveland Browns. This one is we're not gonna be right on this one. This is a dumpster fire. If you were right on this one, you are art. Week 1, Cincinnati Bengals. You go first. Go ahead.
L, we already talked about this.
Yeah. All right. Against the Steelers, at the Steelers. Monday Night Football. Why? ESPN
Don't
actually
care.
paid for this game. Steelers win at home.
I'm not going to take that, but sure.
I mean, I don't know what Deshaun's going to be this year. I think Deshaun's going to be great, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
But
I
it's
don't know.
at home
We'll see.
prime time for the Steelers, and that's the main reason.
Yeah. Okay. I'll give it to you. I'll give that
Week
one to you.
3, home Tennessee Titans.
I think Tennessee wins this one.
Really? I actually wrote
Yes.
W. Here's my thing. They're not going to go 0-3 to start the season. And if I say the next one, you'll agree with me. The Browns, I think that's a game they can win. The Tennessee offense is based on Derrick Henry. The Browns only have big people. Like, that is their defense, is massive individuals. And their offense is, I feel like, good enough. Nick Chubb can run, hopefully.
Okay. All right.
But
You convinced me. I'll change my mind.
I don't know enough about the Browns, too. Honestly, this is probably one of the teams I know the least about because I fucking hate them. And the reason why I had to convince you there is because they're playing the Baltimore Ravens in the 4th week, and they're losing that game.
Yeah, they're not winning that one.
All right, then they have a bye week. That is a bye week they
Nice.
need.
Regroup.
And they come back to the San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah, and then they take another smack to the face.
Is that a game that's crazy to me that the 49ers will fumble the bag? Is that a trap
I
game?
could see it. Yeah. I don't know, man. Depends who the quarterback is.
God damn. All right, at the Indianapolis Colts, I'm gonna give them a W there. I don't know who the quarterback for the Colts will be. I don't think the Colts have a good year. I truly think the only team in the AFC South now is, for some reason, the Jaguars. I'm not gonna lie. It went from last year being a coin toss, and every single team lost their quarterback, and literally can you believe that we went from the Jaguars and never having a quarterback to the only team having a quarterback? That's crazy. Week 8 at the Seattle Seahawks.
I think they lose.
Yeah, I already had it written down. Okay, this is where I'm gonna have an issue because we have this team 0-3 so far against the AFC North. The Arizona Cardinals or 0-2, I should say.
Yeah, I think they win. The Cardinals win this one.
I agree, but at the same time, I don't know. The Cardinals could be a dumpster fire.
I feel like the Cardinals are a team that you could easily bully. That's what I'm thinking.
So wait,
AFC North is a bully league.
So you think the Browns are going to win this division or win that game?
I could see them winning.
I do too. I see them winning that game. Okay, week 10 at Baltimore Ravens.
They lose.
I don't know if you had them winning that game or losing that game for the Ravens. I'd have to go back and check.
I think I had them losing that game.
Pittsburgh Steelers.
I had the Ravens winning.
Pittsburgh Steelers at home. They win this game.
Yeah, I think they win the game.
At Denver Broncos, 4:00.
They beat Denver.
Really?
Yeah.
At LA Rams, 4:00. I think they lose to the Rams.
I think they beat the Rams.
I think they lose to the Rams. Just
to me, the Rams are nothing special this year.
No, they're not. They're not at all. But at the end of the day, I think this is a game where Cleveland goes in and they get scared and they shit themselves. Like, Aaron Donald is still on the other side. I
think Deshaun is a good enough player to combat that. But hey, that's just me.
That's fair. Week 14 at home against the Jacksonville Jaguars.
At home?
Yep.
Jacksonville can't win every game against that division, so I'm going to say they lose this one. So I'll give it to them. I think Massage Watson will get it done this time.
I think the fact that what really helps the Jaguars is that both their games against the best two teams in this division are at home.
That's true. That is definitely a plus.
Yeah, and I think that's why. Like if the game was in Cincinnati or Baltimore, we would have flipped it. But since it's in Jacksonville, we give them a chance.
They play Pittsburgh the week earlier?
The Ravens play the Rams the week previous.
No, the Cleveland.
Cincinnati Bengals played.
And then who does Cleveland play the week prior?
To the Jaguars?
Yeah.
They play the Rams.
Okay. Yeah. I'll give it to Cleveland then.
Week 15 against the Chicago Bears, that's a L. It's an L. I think the Bears will actually be good in that division this year. I think the Bears could be good this year.
Hey. We're allowed to have opinions on this show. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Week 16 at the Houston Texans.
I'm going to give the Texans a break on this one. I'm saying they win this.
Really?
Yes.
So you think that Browns lose?
Yes.
New York Jets at home, Thursday Night Football.
I
think the Jets win this. Yeah, they lose this game.
Yeah, the Jets win. You know what, though? I think we need to think about this for a second. DeMeco Ryans, because I want to go back to that Texans one. DeMeco Ryans is a brand new head coach. I think he's gonna have a good career in the league. I feel like CJ Stroud is a pretty good quarterback. And I think like young quarterbacks start to show up, like especially the good ones
When the
start to
game
show up
doesn't
at the
matter,
very
like
end of
when the
the season.
season doesn't matter anymore, they just let them
Exactly.
loose.
They let him loose. I think that's a game that's my reasoning for saying that we finally give Houston one that they can win. I think that's a game that they could win, and I think that's a game that they will win.
Week 18 to be determined against the Cincinnati Bengals. That's an L.
Yep.
All right, so we have the Browns winning 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games.
I think this one again is a dumpster fire and could go any which way. But 6 games, I don't think is an absurd amount of games to give them.
I wonder what their over/under is. Are you able to check that by any chance? Because I know like
Oh, I can. Oh, don't even worry. I got it right here. Okay, I don't actually have it, but
no, but like I think I'm assuming their over/under is probably 7.5. That's my guess. 7.5.
7.5. Okay.
And then we
Regular season wins.
can rock with every team on this one and see what their over/unders are.
Cleveland Browns 7.5. That's a pretty good amount to give them, but you are one off. They are 8.5.
Really?
Yeah.
That is surprising. I would smash that under.
Okay, so Cincinnati is actually
11.5. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the Ravens are probably 11.
Ravens are 9.
Oh.
9.5. Sorry.
Ooh. So technically,
yeah. So we do have them exactly where we thought they would be.
so we have
exactly where Vegas thinks they would be.
So the Bengals we have beating this going over the spread. Ravens we have going over the spread, and Browns we have going under the over/under, not spread.
Yeah.
Those might be odds we'll take. All right, we might do that in the whole.
Not a bad look. All right, let's get the Pittsburgh Steelers.
All right, Pittsburgh Steelers week 1. Did I go first or did you go first last?
I went first last.
Okay. San Francisco 49ers, that's an L. Week 2, Cleveland Browns.
I think I gave them a W.
Yeah, you did. Week 3 at the Las Vegas Raiders. I think they win that game. I think it's too early.
Think they win.
Yeah, I think it's too early for the Raiders, and I think that they won't be in a good place, and the Steelers will come in, longest tenured coach, and just show them what's up. Week 4 at the Houston Texans.
I think they win that one too.
We have the Steelers starting 3-1.
3-1.
It's okay. They come back. Wait, here's the issue. Maybe we don't. Because we said Baltimore Ravens at home, and I had them winning that game.
Yep. 4-1. Put them down.
Week 6 is a bye. Come off the bye at the LA Rams.
I think they lose that one.
Are they coming back? Are they touching earth?
Oh, they're coming right back down to earth.
Week 8 at home, Jacksonville Jaguars.
I think they beat Jags.
I don't. So here's the thing. The last time the Jaguars played them in Heinz Field, where the fuck that stadium's called, Acrisure,
yeah, that's what it was.
Stadium.
Yeah.
That was in the playoffs, wasn't it? When we beat them 41-7.
Can't remember, but I don't think it'll be the same this time.
I think they're losing that game. I'm taking the L on that one. I think the Jaguars win that game.
Okay.
The Jaguars are a superior team on every facet of there is not a place running back I'll give to the Steelers.
I don't even think they have a better running back.
Oof.
He's worked too hard. I think Jacksonville's a better team, so I can see them winning, but I can also see Pittsburgh pulling it out. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Week 9, their annual Thursday night football game against the Titans.
They lose that one.
Home? Against the Titans?
Yep.
What the fuck do you know about the Titans that I don't? I hate that pick. That is what I hate the most. Out of all these picks, I don't know why I hate that one.
Are we gonna have the Titans losing every single game against the AFC North?
Yes, they're that fucking bad. Who's the
No,
quarterback of the Titans?
I don't think so. Mike Vrabel's too good of a coach for that.
Who is
Sorry.
the quarterback of the Titans?
Doesn't matter. Mike Vrabel is too good of a coach.
Okay, week 10 Green Bay Packers, they win that game.
Oh, easily win that game.
Week 11 at Cleveland Browns.
I think we have them losing that one,
Yeah,
don't
we
we?
did. We did. Week 12 at Cincinnati Bengals. Oh. Week 13, are we going to do it? Arizona Cardinals.
Oh, no, absolutely not. Arizona Cardinals get swept.
Do they?
Yes,
You are an Arizona hater.
I am.
Week
Just a bunch
14,
of old fuck.
home against the Patriots.
They win that game.
That's you know what? I was going to say that low key might be a good game. It is a Thursday night football game. Why they have two in a year? That's crazy.
I think they win that game.
I think they lose that game. I'll give them the double on this one. It's at home. At the Colts. Bengals.
I like how we're just the Colts are just the check mark already. We're just like that's games we expect to win. We don't even talk about it.
Home against the Bengals.
They lose that one.
Yeah.
Oh no, they win. I had them winning that one.
You did for some fucking reason, but okay.
Yeah.
At Seattle, that's a loss.
Yeah.
And then last game of the year, Baltimore Ravens, that's an L. That's what we had before.
Yeah.
So for our Pittsburgh Steelers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 and 9. Does the streak end? Does the streak end? I think it's a good year for the streak to end.
And do you know what?
They're over under 7.5.
Vegas? No, 8.
Oh.
8.5. Yeah.
8.5.
Yeah.
I don't feel confident about. I don't feel confident about taking the under on that one.
I think they go on the over. I think they get the over, but I also picked a bunch of outrageous ones that they probably will win.
You know, if you would have chose them to beat the Titans, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
I said what I said. You want to know what the Titans over under is?
8.
7.5.
Yeah. Why? I don't know.
That is insane. Yeah, the Titans are not.
But here's the thing. They might get 4 wins between the Colts and the Houston Texans.
They might.
What's the Colts over under? 6?
I want 6.5.
Texans 5.5.
There's no solid lines on the over unders here. Texans 5.5. You are dead on.
Jaguars 11 or 10.5.
9.5.
Really?
I want you to guess the Arizona Cardinals.
Arizona Cardinals 8.5.
I want you to be more disrespectful and guess the Arizona Cardinals.
Damn, really?
Yes.
I guess in that
be
division,
very disrespectful.
4.5.
4.5 is correct.
Wow.
Is absolutely correct. And I think that he's spot on for how many games they're going to win. I think
they'll probably tie a game.
I think they go under, and I think they get 4 wins.
Wow.
That is insane. That is the most disrespectful one, I think.
That's probably the lowest. Maybe the Texans. No, Texans
it is
have
lowest.
higher.
No, Texans have higher. It is the lowest. They are 4.5, and everyone else is above a 5. So
wait, okay. Let me see if I can guess who the 5 is, and this will end off. Is there someone at like a 5.5 or
you already guessed 5.5.
Is that the only one?
Only 5.5. Yes.
Okay. What's the next one?
6.5.
6.5. I guess that one too,
Yeah.
right?
There's a couple.
Atlanta Falcons.
Mm, Atlanta is not one of them.
Really? 7.5?
Yeah. Go higher.
8.5?
Yup.
No way.
Mm-hmm.
Carolina Panthers 6.5.
Carolina Panthers, no.
7.5.
Yep.
Wow. Denver Broncos 6.5. No, they gotta be higher.
Broncos, Denver Broncos. How am I missing them right now? Denver Broncos is higher than
8.5.
6.5. 8.5 is correct.
Green Bay Packers 6.5.
Packers. Green Bay. GB. I want you to guess what theirs is.
Is it?
You're saying 8.5?
6.5. 7.5. Commander 6.5.
Mm-hmm.
They are 6.5.
Dead on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Raiders 6.5. Really? 7.5. Interesting. Who am I missing at 6.5? Can't be the Bears, right?
It's not. I don't believe it's the Bears. No, it is not the Bears. No. You are missing a team. I don't want to give it to you.
Is it the Giants?
No.
Not gonna disrespect the Giants
are
that
8.5.
much. Yeah, that makes sense for them. It's not the Seahawks.
You were just like completely forgetting one team.
I mean,
they've been relevant. They were relevant at least like 3 years ago.
Saints.
No.
Packers. Rams.
No.
Cowboys.
Rams are 6.5. Yes.
Oh.
But it's not the
Okay.
Rams. You are missing the Rams, but they're not the ones that I'm thinking of.
Cowboys.
Come on. Don't disrespect the Cowboys like that. They're 9.5.
I mean, fuck. They probably won't get there. This is crazy.
You're so close.
Is it it's not the it can't be the Chargers.
What other teams are there, Chandler? Come on.
Commanders.
Yes.
Is it the Buccaneers?
It is the Buccaneers, yes.
Honestly, they don't hit 6 wins.
I don't think they do either.
But again, look at that division.
I don't think they hit 6 wins. Okay, I'll give you the 6-win teams.
No. I wanna. When we get there, I wanna. We'll wait for it again. Okay, actually, we'll do the top. I'm guessing the top is gonna be the Chiefs, number 1 at probably 12.5.
The Chiefs are not 12.5.
11.5.
See,
are the Bills 12.5?
The Buffalo Bills are not 12.5.
Are they 11.5 then?
They are not 11.
10.5.
They are 10.5.
Are the Eagles 11.5 or 12.5?
They are not either.
Really, they're 10.5.
Yes.
Wow. Damn. So wait, are the Chiefs number 1 at 11.5 though?
Nope.
Bengals?
There are 2 other teams. Bengals.
Jaguars? No, they're 10.5.
Come on.
Chargers?
Get serious.
49ers.
No. Yes.
Yeah, 11.5.
Yeah.
That's shocking to me the Chiefs are only at 11.5.
It's also shocking to me, kind of. Like, I could see it. I could see them only winning 12 games. They're going to have a tough schedule this year.
Is 12 games enough to win the division or the conference? Because the Bengals we have right now at 13.
Okay, well, I could see them winning 12 games, and then they wouldn't win the division. But I also think they will win like 14.
Yeah. We'll get into that next week. Next week we're gonna go NFC North because we're gonna go back and forth. That's gonna be a shit show. Gonna go 15 through 11 on our top 20 list, and then we do also have the running back list we're gonna do too. But that was it for episode 43. Damn, almost episode 50. That's crazy. Of What's the Check Down? For What's the Check
Are you
Down?
gonna do something special for 50?
We have to, right? Absolutely.
Okay.
You know what? If
Yeah.
we do this right enough, wait, we wanted to have our draft in August. You know what? We can do the little live talkie really quick. Episode 50 might be our second anniversary for draft show.
That would be kind of cool.
Yeah, because I mean, if we're consistent, so 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50 would be possibly August 1st.
I could see that.
We just have to decide when our draft is, but yeah. So great. What's the check down draft will be happening again for the second year. We want to make 2 leagues, so definitely gonna post this. If you guys want to join a draft league, the entry level will be $20 this year. We're gonna go up a little bit. It's just gonna be for fun. We're gonna do a live draft show as well. We had so much fun doing that. And also, if you want people to host your draft show, I volunteer us because I think that'd be really fun. If you need someone to host your draft this year and talk about the picks and shit on your best friends or say they're great picks, hey, we are your guys. So reach out to us because it's super fun. What do you feel about that, David?
I'm absolutely on board for that. Let us know. Leave a comment, message us, whatever. We're always down to talk shit, and we will talk shit about all of you and your picks.
Exactly. For What's the Check Down, I'm Chandler. He is David. Check out for another project coming soon, Press Room, because that's going to be really important. But for now, until next week, episode 44, Hank Aaron number. Peace.
Peace.